motherfucking road, man. Sick of. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the, the Merriman, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning and said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said, I am. I'm gonna put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with you. Rock. But look who they said that was Crockett. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Been attacking our whole national show. It ain't nothing new with him. He's a fashion racist. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding them up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't
No, man. A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to my y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen. Hey. Some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, are they trying to use stuff for content? I said, well, she gave it to me. But this what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video. And he was talking about, like in Chicago, when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But, and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Ready, you ain't got to get ready.
I'm already done with Facebook today. I just saw a dude put 2 honey buns on a grill and make a cheeseburger out of it. I'm done with Facebook. Nope, we're done.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's not what's up. That's disgusting.
That's what's up. Hey, listen. Things are strange out here. That's all I can say. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Y'all see I got my Saskatchewan on today. You see I'm riding with the Saskatchewan. Let me see who are. A-Sprag, good morning to you. Concrete Jungle, good morning. VIP Room Flint Caskets, good morning to you. Avis Hopkins, how you doing, beloved? The lovely Terry Nixon in the building. Hey, you know, you in the prayers, good brother. I don't know what words I can say, but hey, listen, you got to keep the faith. Keep the faith and hold on to your family. Hassan Pinchback, good morning to you. Sweet Cupcake on break, good morning. She coming in from Georgia. The lovely Lanita Murray and the lovely Luana Terry in the building. Good morning, beautiful people. How y'all doing this morning? What's the goal for the day?
Get ready for tomorrow.
What's the goal for the day? That's the thing. What's the goal for the day? I ain't going nowhere. Good morning. I see Yogi G done touched down. Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis in the building. We got the lovely Beverly Biggs Levy done touched down. Sarah P., how you doing? Linda Chilton in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. Tony Terry in the building. Cassandra Scott, good morning, beloved. Mama Quill, good morning. Lena done touched down. She said, do something to make me notice you. Do something spectacular, then I might notice you. Do something to make me notice you. Courtesy of the bishop. I'm trying to do something to make y'all notice me. I don't know what y'all want me to do. Meat Freaks Barbecue in the building. What's up, Blakey Gaddis? Hey, you said what I ain't going on with supporting happy. It's Sagittarius season. I'm acting a fool already. Do your thing, beloved. Do your thing. Lena in touchdown. Shout out to Jed and them, man. And this INA team. I see Marcy A. Tarbert then tapped in. Then we got the good brother Jimmy from Boston in the building. Pop Gaddis. Thank you for tapping in. The Shy in the building. And I say, what's up, Reginald Davis? I don't know what's going on with that, Reginald, but we always on YouTube. You on Facebook, you get with Winter's Group, got Flint Politics Reboot. She gonna be right there causing problems. Andre Holland in the building. Good morning, but you can't. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Erica Gaddis, thank you for tapping in. Demetria Brown, good morning. Good morning. I don't know what it is, family. How y'all doing? What's in these streets right now? Y'all tell me. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there's two different chats.
It's one for the cell phone, and then there's one the regular way.
Yeah, because this Mars multi-aspect ratio, whatever it's called, streaming, it formats it to look prettier on your phone, but it also keeps the original format to look pretty on your TV or on your computer, and it splits it into two different chats. So we can see all y'all based on where you're chatting from. With this little square next to the time that says that you're on your cell phone.
I'm gonna have, you know what, when I talk to her today, I'm gonna call her and let her know you can't get in, man. Reginald Davis, I'm gonna get on top. Hey, listen, I wouldn't let you go nowhere. I'm gonna see, because why Reginald Davis can't get in Reboot?
Give me a second. Let me see.
We looking right now, Reginald. We looking. Miss Karaja Smith in the building. Let me see what Tony Terry said. Hope Beasley, good morning. Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers, good morning. Thank y'all. Shout out to my Gaddis clan. With Felicia Martinez at in the building. Happy early Thanksgiving, family. Thankful for 810 Mick and Florida neighbor Trevor for entertaining us and giving us knowledge every day. Continue prayers for Winters and her family. Thank you, Tony Terry. You heard that's the family down in Florida. The way of Jesus Christ through faith. We're going to need all of that. What's up, Common Sense and Touchdown? We're going to need all the blessings right now because it's just rough out here in these politics streets in Flint. And on the main scene, it's rough too. Everybody's right now. It's something different. We've been experimenting with it. You know, when they give you different things, StreamYard be adding stuff, and we have to check it out.
To be honest, I kind of like it. Just from our standpoint, because it makes it look prettier on different people's, devices. I look better on some than I do on others.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting my phone right here.
But
okay.
So to us, it's all one combined chat. To y'all, you got different chats. So,
yeah.
Hey, if there's someone in one chat that you don't like, you can just go to the other and ignore them.
Right. Listen, I'm starting to see it now because I can see it when you're saying you got to look at on here, be like, show the phone. I was looking at my phone to see the other chat. I'm like, I was seeing certain ones on this side than I was seeing on this side.
Yeah. Yeah, just that little phone emblem next to the time, bud. And then, StreamYard just came out with something else that helps us look better. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, look, it is what it is. Let me see.
Are us guys muted? I don't think so. Hey, good morning, Pastor. There we go. Yeah, I read that I get to look good because the software this morning. I just
said we muted. You got.
Yeah, no, we ain't muted.
Andre, we ain't muted.
Must be your device.
Andre, yeah, I'm looking. Let me get to it. I was just looking at this. I was on my phone looking at some stuff. Well, we had a lot of stuff last night. Family said, Mickey, this is not that. Hey, we try to do what we can do at the most we can do. Wow, it's time to get busy, family. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I might come on tomorrow for I'm gonna see what everybody doing. I'm gonna try to do something special for y'all tomorrow,
Yeah,
and I might come on. After y'all. No, I'm gonna come on. I definitely will be on in the morning. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say y'all gonna see me in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
start
not gonna
cooking at
lie.
about 8 a.m., but
Yeah.
it's just gonna be a slow roast of that ham and that turkey. So once
And
I
I
get
might,
that started, I don't
and
have
if
to
I
do
do,
much.
you know what, family? If it do come on, it'll be probably like at 8 o'clock. It probably won't be at 9 o'clock. I'll be up with probably 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. That's early, man.
Yeah, because listen, it'll
That's
be
the middle of
easier.
my workout time.
It's Thanksgiving, Trevor. You can take a day off.
No, I can't. I got to
I was
make up for years and years of sitting on my fat ass.
Yeah, hey, it is what it is. I'm no, extra right back to you, Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. Well, family, we seen a lot. Trevor, I got some questions for you this morning.
I might have some answers.
Nah, I got
I
some.
don't know what you're gonna ask.
Probably finna be bad.
Mm.
Okay, I know me and Winters kind of was over it, but family, I was tired last night. I was at the crib. I was trying to stay up. For sure, Sarah P. Is anybody ever cooked a trash can? No. I see the real case. He done tapped in. Good morning. Eleanor Wicker, good morning. This is what I want to say.
If I have guests, I'm cooking a turducken.
This is what I do want to say. I know we're gonna be because I know me and brother Elliot will be on. It's gonna be a members only show Friday at 1:00.
Okay.
Friday at 1:00. Members only.
Which reminds me, I won't be here Friday. I got a doctor's appointment, like I was telling you, to get blood drawn.
Mm-hmm. Me and him will be on Friday for members only, so we can give y'all a real treat. But since we here, let me say this. My question for you is: I know you heard the situation far as with the. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Okay, Yogi G. She said, "Harry, we'll be there on Friday for class." Okay, I'll be waiting because it's $5 Friday. But check this out. I didn't want to bring it up, but it's been talked about. Arthur and I'm assuming Tanya, Councilwoman, did drop these receipts, and because she was on here yesterday. How do you feel about that neighborhood hub engagement? You know what I'm saying? I had time.
Engagement hub.
Yeah,
Like,
I say it wrong.
the
Neighborhood
idea of
engagement.
it is a good idea, but the way it's being
Morning.
utilized sucks.
No,
Like,
because
the way it's being utilized is corrupt as hell.
Because this is what I want to say. We see now that the councilman, I'm just gonna go with allegedly, from what they said, we see the city didn't reimburse the neighborhood engagement hub right back their money.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's supposed to happen to the councilman doing? I mean,
since yesterday, like it's pure and simple fraud. He used city funds and his connections within the city to get something done for himself that had a tangible monetary gain.
Right.
In his case, he didn't have to pay to get something done, which is money saved, which is monetary gain. So to me, that is fraud. Defrauding the government, whether it be a city government, state government, national government, defrauding a charity, and embezzlement. So that if Flint were a real place, he'd be charged and he'd be sitting in a jail cell right now waiting to be arraigned. And he might get let out on bond or whatever, but he'd have another court case stacked up on him.
Right.
If Flint were a real place, that would be 3 charges or 3 different court cases on him. One for domestic violence and abuse, one for residency fraud, and one for defrauding a charity. government/embezzlement, all that fun stuff. I mean, this right here just goes to show me, at least, that he never reformed in prison.
Mm-hmm.
He just, instead of playing the same game, he's playing a different game, but it's still, illegal. He still hasn't learned to live inside the law.
Mm-hmm. But how do you feel about the neighborhood engagement hub? You don't think they should take some blame for this? Like, they in the clear? Because I mean, I'm seeing how everybody, because I keep hearing things. Like I said, I had 24 hours to have conversations, and when I be at physical therapy, different people I be talking to. So I keep getting different feedback. Some people like, because I know they know some of the people there, and that's why I say this friends, brothers, and in-laws. And then you got some people who ain't got no ties to it. Like, nah, they were supposed to do their homework. They should have knew. So it's like,
I think they did know. But here's the thing about the Neighborhood Engagement Hub. How many nonprofits are there actually in Flint? Right? Like, there are dozens. Neighborhood Engagement Hub has now,
But it's an article out saying where they lost their oh crap,
their nonprofit status.
No, it was some. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta go to Facebook. Hold on, I gotta find it. It was the article. It was in the Flint Beat. Let me go here. It was an article in the Flint Beat. Let me go right here. It was sent to me. Is this it right here? Let me get right here. Okay, hold up. No, we're not doing nothing with you with that. And I gotta be honest. Thank you, Katie. Hold up, I'm finna put it. Oh, I still got myself off. Hold up. Let me do this. Share screen. I mean, this is old, but I had got this. This is it got sent to me. This from the Flint Beat. Flint Community 2 shed faces uncertainty after funding cut. So we know now. I'm guessing if what it says in a typical 6-month season, a community shed on Flint North Side processes thousands of requests for equipment that helps maintain lots throughout the city, but that has ended. The Neighborhood Engagement Hub, Community 2, said it's closed after losing its primary funding source, and there is no set reopening date. So why would they lose their primary? Let me see what they did. It says for nearly a decade, the 2 shed was supported by a community development block grant, CDBG, from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. But in late 2024, the shed was left out of the city's Flint's final allocation of CBDG funds, the grant that covered most of its $156,000 annual budget. Okay, Tom Wyatt, Executive Director of the Neighborhood Engagement Hub, said the decision may be tied to the role of as fiduciary for several American Rescue Plan Act ARPA grants. While the Neighborhood Engagement doesn't receive ARPA dollars, it manages funds for smaller groups. Technically, Wyatt believes could have disqualified the shed from the CDBG grant eligibility. So, like, I mean, that ain't fishy.
I think they should they need to be closed down, dude.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They've been
circulating shit for the longest while and sidestepping regulations and being certain people's just money grab. Why allow it to continue? There are dozens of other nonprofits in Flint. Most of them are also corrupt. Might as well just start shutting them down.
Here goes Zachary. He said the neighborhood engagement is in every ward. The 2 shed is separate from the neighborhood. It says C.W. Burns just started a 2 shed in her ward. The article was put out last year. It was put out in 2024.
But that just goes to show it's been
that it was
for
already.
A while.
It was being a fiduciary for different people that was coming there with What's up, Sharon? Thank you for tapping in. Good morning, C-Wiz. For sure, I had to come represent y'all today, Saskatchewan. Thank you, Salty Chef and C-Wiz. No, that's what I'm saying. The engagement hub is Liddell's go-to for Cyrus Park. That alone raises concern. But that's what I okay. Let me put this up in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about. This is me engaging with Mark Hutchinson. Preston Johnson, a member for 7 months. You're gonna get a treat on Friday. Members only. I mean, well, that's what I'm saying for them. I'm just saying what if they didn't do their homework. I'm just saying. I get it.
Mhm.
You know, when you're dealing with people, sometimes you have to be careful who you're dealing with. Because look at maybe if this would have went through, it might have would not raised no red flags. But with the city catching it and the neighborhood engagement hub and what we had knew what hold on, let me see what the real case she said. The neighborhood engagement hub, I'm just putting that in there, knew what was going on. Y'all, at least somebody from the neighborhood knew what was happening. And it's probably on, oh, okay, I should have left that off there. I mean, we never know. You never know. But that's what I'm just saying. For them to not catch this, they didn't see nothing was strange to it.
Right? Like, I just, it's been shown to be fraudulent and have so many issues for now. I mean, you just showed at least a year.
Yeah, that was
it should go away. And you can set up these tool sheds without needing to go through the NEH. You can do it your damn self.
Fact. I'm just saying it just raised some questions is all I'm saying. It just raised some questions. That if and this article was written April 20. Oh, no, I take that back. This article was written by Ramona Watson, April 27, 2025.
Okay.
Let me get that. Yeah, this was April 27, 2025. My bad. This article was April 27, so this was this year. Wow. Yeah, no, this was this year. The neighborhood engagement hub has been operating for quite a few years. But I'm just saying I'm saying look what they in now. Like I'm not saying I caught it. I'm just going by since it's out there now. They didn't see nothing wrong with that, is what I'm trying to say. Like, okay, said the article was because the effects of Dodge. I mean, well, they knew that was gonna come out. Cause I'm looking at how they changing stuff now on a lot of things. I mean, I guess until the Democrats get back in power or whatever, it go back to the way it was. But right now, usually when you get caught doing something, they never let you go back.
The article's because the effects of Doge. Okay. But if that's the case and it's showing that neighborhood engagement hub is A,
Right.
incompetent, or B, fraudulent, isn't the effects of Doge a positive thing then?
Right, because I'm looking at what Denise Cousins said. Tanya Burns talked about what she spent on lawnmowers and tools that is the same shit. But the thing is, what we hearing, I don't know. I'm just saying, allegedly, he used 24,000 allegedly. The councilman in the first ward allegedly used 24,000 to fix his house. Am I right or wrong with that? Right, porches on his own property. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Please help me out.
Mr. Woodson had to say on Monday's council, I'd say you're right.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying. They didn't do I mean, but you know what? I guess people like when you just cool with people. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. And I mean, like, cause didn't Liddell, what the money did she get? What did she do for Cyrus Park? Am I missing something?
She always says she's doing something for Cyrus Park, but you can drive by and go see if it actually does something.
I'm just looking, like, where is it at? Remember, she said it was gonna be food trucks was gonna be out there and all these great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying when the park is actually surrounded by you got what's that Wisner. I mean, it's all streets right there. Like, where you gonna be parking at? She act like I'm just saying the tool sheds are still open. But I'm saying with fires with this 24,000, was them houses in the first ward, like you can see what you can see what Tanya showed what she did with hers. But I'm saying with the porches being done, and if this is true, it was his property. That's the question I was trying to put forward to you, Trevor. Like, I mean, wasn't they supposed to do their homework on that? They didn't, because if Artem caught this, I mean, well, I ain't gonna say they caught it. Whoever caught it, the city caught it, and however Artem and Tanya them got a hold of it. They didn't think this was gonna be like a conflict of interest, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I mean, they should have definitely caught it themselves. And I'm willing to bet they did catch it themselves. They just let it slide. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a saying, right? Never attribute to malice what can be explained by stupidity. I have to turn that on its head in Flint. Never attribute to stupidity what can be attributed to malice. In other words, if it looks like someone's doing wrong, don't assume that they're stupid. Just assume that they're doing wrong.
Right.
When it comes to Flint, that's all you can do. I'm sorry, we've seen way too much fraud, way too much criminal activity, people just playing in your faces. At what point do you sit there and you come to terms with what you see is real? You have to come up and prove to me that you are fucking stupid rather than corrupt.
Oh, wow. You see what Lena just said? She said, as a realtor, it's a definite conflict of interest, but not illegal. This happens quite often across the U.S. Wow, okay. But I'm just saying, like, let me see what Zachary said. Second and third ward neighborhood engagement is on Dewey MLK, the old Citizens Bank. The two shit is where the drive-through tellers used to be. Okay. But
like, that's what I'm saying, though. At this point, I have to assume that it is corruption rather than an accident, rather than stupidity.
Right. I'm looking with him because Mark agreed with you, Hutchinson. He said, right, Trevor, Leon did not have the good sense to send the work through a relative's company or a friend's company. He sent it right through his own company. That's what I'm saying. Like, they should have been able, because didn't the neighborhood engagement hub, wouldn't they see the paperwork where it was going to? Oh, they didn't see it once they gave it to him. I don't know how it go. I ain't never dealt with Grant.
I don't have, so I don't think it's, quote, the good sense to send it through a relative's company or a friend's company. I think he's just complacent. He knows that nothing's going to happen. It isn't complacency, or it isn't good sense to do X, Y, or Z. He's sitting there going, well, it's faster and easier to do it this way because I know no one's going to come after me anyway. You get what I mean?
Yeah, good morning, Tasha Lynn. Okay. Hey. I believe Mark. I know he got to be. I agree with you. I know Ed Taylor shaking his head like Leon for being so undisciplined. That's how. But I agree with what you saying too, Trevor. It's like he been so used to getting away with it. It's like, oh, who gonna do something?
That's what I'm saying. Like, when nothing happens and nothing continues to happen,
right?
You just start saying fuck it. Like,
yeah,
you can take that as far as you want. Speeding. I can speed all day, every day on the road, and until I get pulled over by the cops, I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, right.
That's now you scale it up to where Leon's at, and it's the same thing. It just has a bigger impact.
Right. I'm with you, Katie. She said the entire administration is just cocky. They just move recklessly. Well, reckless. She didn't say recklessly. Reckless. No, I agree with you with that too, Trevor, for the simple fact, how I look at it is that, remember, I thought it was against the law. You weren't supposed to be able to vote on your own, giving your own self, money, right? Vote on your own stuff. She voted for her own nonprofit to get money. So, Lorna, good morning. So it's like they didn't, you know what I'm saying? They don't care. And that's what I was like, ain't that a conflict of interest? Even when you go back down to the Ashley Capital situation, far as they got, lawnmower, far as candy that was gave. That's what we know on the surface. That's what we know on the surface. So it's just, to me, it's like everybody's seeing this, and it's like with him, even through all the madness that's going on, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, if you're looking at this probably your little last time to be able to, because who knows? He might be able to get reelected again. He might not. But right now, it don't look like it. And to me, it's probably like, hey, I got to get what I can get. Like, was it wrong for him to, if it's true, them was his houses that he got the porches done? But to me, who did he learn? Who told him you could do this? See, that's the thing with me. Like,
I don't think he needed to be told, or he wanted to be told, you can do this. I think it was he wanted to do it, and then to see if he was told he can't. Instead of asking permission, it's better to ask forgiveness. I think that was his attitude on this.
Because
why would he run it through anyone? He's a councilman.
But because
in his mind, he runs that ward. He runs that city.
Because going by what Art said, and if you go by when the councilwoman was on here yesterday, you seen what they said they was doing. I'm guessing a neighborhood engagement hub. Hey, Lena, that's what I'm more believing. That they doing an investigation, right? Am I wrong on that, family? Did they say they was doing an investigation?
I think I saw that.
Okay, so let's just say allegedly it is an investigation. Like, if they do find out, what if they come back and say was nothing wrong with that, what he did?
Then it opens the door for all of them to start doing it.
Okay. Realistically, nothing is against the law if the prosecutor won't prosecute. That is the big problem in Genesee County.
Now, that's true. That is 100% true. If you aren't getting charged with it, it ain't illegal.
And I just have a feeling on this. I could be wrong, family. I don't, if I'm wrong, I come back in the hey, I was wrong. I thought you couldn't vote on your own stuff, but we see you can do that. I didn't know, this is all I learned through Flint in these last year. I didn't know you round down and not up. I'm just telling you, this is some of the stuff I never, like some of the things that has been pushed through. I never seen nothing like this. And I'm not trying to act like, I watch the council like I watch a football game. I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't.
So my general opinion is if a government can twist it to fuck you over and benefit them, that's how they're going to do it. So rounding down instead of rounding up. If it comes down to a choice between giving you money or a council person's own nonprofit or own interest, they're getting that money, right?
Right.
Anything and everything to fuck you over.
No, that's what it really
does feel like. That's what it's all about. Instead of it, at some point it starts to feel personal, right? Instead of, they're just looking out for themselves. At some point you just look at it and go, no, they're just trying to fuck me over. You know what I mean? There's a difference in the actions of the two.
I've been still trying to figure it out. I'm telling you, I'm lost. I ain't never been this baffled. And I'm being honest with you. It's not like I'm trying to just say, no, I've been baffled on like some of the stuff I done seen at council. Like you had the councilwoman Liddell Lewis inciting a riot, then nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
You had Liddell Lewis doing what she wanted to do at the time she came over to antagonize Dennis Pfeiffer. Then nothing happened. She wasn't even in her seat. This is the stuff she did.
Here's another thing coming from KD. I'm aware Flint is not a real place, but I can't imagine that Leon is going to be able to get away with all this behavior. He can. Oh, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing, but that's a good question.
He gonna get away. Listen. Let's go back, family. Let's go back. Remember the Housing Commission? How much do it become federal? When is a federal crime? Ain't it over $1,000? I'm thinking it was
Really
like,
depends, but
I
in
might be
terms of
wrong.
arson and insurance fraud, that is a felony. Now
I
the
think I
thing
might be,
is,
but this was hood. I think that she get like maybe 15 some thousand or something. She get to pay back $50. I don't want to see nobody go to jail. Let me be honest with y'all.
I think some people do need to go to jail.
Yeah,
I'll straight up say she needs to
I'm,
go
I'm
because
not gonna say that.
no,
Because
because if
then
you
have
or
to,
I did anything like that, there would
yeah,
be no leeway. There would be no you can pay it back. You and I would be wearing a jumpsuit, and anytime we go before the judge, we'd have shackles around our feet, shackles around our arms, and they'd be connected.
I'm a,
She gets to pay $50 a month to pay it off. She won't be paid off before she dies. No, I want to see her go to jail. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If I have to go, so does she. Fuck that.
and this is where me and you would disagree at, because if you gonna not get the ones that did it before her, see, I don't mind if she gonna go, but like everybody up who did it, you
I'm
know what I'm
fine with
saying?
that too.
Yeah, I mean,
But who
that's
got
the only
caught?
way. That's the only way I could see it, because she got that sweetheart deal is probably to save people that did this before she did it. That's
And
just like
honestly,
with what's the girl at the DDA that spent the 20,000 whining
same
and
thing for her.
dining. Her girl, I mean her friend, her whoever she was with dealing with. Let me clear that up. Whoever
Nah,
she was taking
same
out.
thing for her. Yeah, and
But
here's
this the thing. You
and
think she was the
the
only one?
organization itself needs to be shut down.
Yeah, no. If you shut it down, yeah, I have no problem. But she
Shut
wasn't the
down
only
and
one.
investigated, and
Yeah,
anyone, as long as it's within the statute of limitations, that has been found to embezzle money like that needs to go to prison.
and that's what I'm saying. No, you got, but that's why that that's why she got that sweetheart deal. And the same thing I'm talking about with damn man, I just lost my train of thought.
Like
I mean with the housing commission, the same thing with her.
a society is only held together by rules, right? And you have to enforce those rules to hold it all together. So someone breaks a rule, they need to go away.
But that ain't how it really go. They'll give somebody up on the bottom. That's my thing. That's why I say where the justice is blind at. Because, like, give you an example. We can break a rule. They poison the whole city. Did you see anybody up to the top go to jail?
No.
Okay. That's the point that I'm making. We can say all these other people did this, but regular folks go to jail. And that's the point. Until you can start locking everybody up, or we just not going to use our patsy, or we'll lock this person up, because like they say, shit don't roll uphill. It rolls down. But my thing is, if you lock some of the people up at the top, you'll get a lot of this BS that's going on. Stop. That's my thing. If you just like, all we be seeming is all we be doing is punishing the ones that's poor like us, but we don't punish the ones at the top. That's not real.
Okay. But then I have to ask, Mickey, if they aren't going after the top people, do you just think no one should be going away, period?
In all honesty, only ones I think should be going to jail is probably killers, if you're gonna be honest with it. Because if you're not locking nobody up, you can't just have in a society where you only lock up the less fortunate. And if the less fortunate is agreeing with that, that show me how crazy they are. We tricked once again to only feel like the rules apply to the poor. The rules supposed to apply to everyone, not just to the poor. That's the problem. And we're gonna constantly keep running into that. See how we can sit up here and say, oh yeah, this person supposed to go to jail. Why the governor didn't go to jail? I'm trying to figure that out.
I mean, so am I. At the
Yeah.
same time, ignoring one thing because someone else got an easy time is still wrong.
So we gonna ignore a whole thing for damn near. This ain't like it's just ignored one
I'm
time.
not saying it should get ignored, but
But
I'm
that's
also
what we
saying
doing.
nothing should be getting ignored.
No, but we ignoring what the rich and powerful do, when all we do is punish the ones at the bottom. You think the poor people the only one do drugs? You think the poor people only one kill people? That's why our mind state is at. That's why we are blind like we are. We be only think. No, the rich and powerful do all the stuff that you see the poor neighborhoods do, but theirs don't get called out. All we do is want to Point to the left. Keep pointing to the left. That's all we doing. You seeing? We can look at. You don't think it's a rich Johnny Cole? You think it's Johnny Cole's just run around in the poor areas?
Well, I'm not saying that at all, Mick.
Yeah, I'm just.
What
That's
I'm trying to
that's the
say
point
is,
I make.
okay, I get that. I get that. The rich people do need to start getting charged too, obviously. But overlooking folks on the bottom until the rich start getting their shit, I mean, in that case, you're just asking for anarchy. Like, oh, we shouldn't throw this woman in jail for defrauding this entire thing that took money away from Flint citizens, Flint residents. Okay, that was supposed to better their lives. Oh, well, this person over here didn't get charged, so we're not going to charge her. One is verifiable. The other one still needs investigations on it. I can point at the proof with her doing it. So she shouldn't go away?
Well, I'll look at it like this, which would we just gonna agree to disagree on that one. If you did the investigation, you would probably find out there was other people that was doing it before her. But see, we never do the investigation. We just cut it off at the knees because that's what they do at the top. They usually be. This is why they say shit rolls downhill and not up. Just because she got caught, you don't. The point I was making. You don't think she's seen it where sometimes the system will let you do things like this. If you don't check the system, that's why there's a thing called checks and balances. If you think she was the first one that did that, if you think she was the first one that did that, that's why she got that sweetheart deal. This is the same thing with the Epstein file, where they wondering why he got a sweetheart deal. Because usually when people get sweetheart deals, because there's other stuff that can get exposed. Instead of them exposing the whole thing that's going on, prime example, like right now, they don't even want to do to test the whole city because you know why? You got your mayor saying we went from crisis to recovery, right?
Yeah.
If they test it and say the water is still bad, where we back at?
We're back at crisis, yeah.
And then you got a governor running around here saying that the water Flint is fixed, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna open back up some dirty secrets again.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I see what you're saying, Mark. He said, I used to have this argument with people about O.J. Simpson, why he didn't go to jail. The answer, O.J. had $10 million to pay great lawyers. The rich are different than others in this country. That's the point I was only point I'm saying. Like the point I'm saying with the young lady, why that went down, the same reason they stopped, what's the lady with the DDA? Do you know they why you think, remember when the city council, I ain't gonna say the minority, let me say that, the minority of the city council, who you think was blocking them to do an investigation what happened at the DDA?
The ones that had 5 votes.
Right. So you know why they did that? Because if it opened up, that's why it was easy. She come from Detroit, go to Fenton, pick the check up, slide by Flint, go back to Detroit. Did that for a purpose. Like, listen, we gotta get this, shut this down, because it might have opened up other things, is the point I'm trying to make. It might open up for other people. And that's where it come down to when you get the rich, like, listen, man, we not getting in trouble for this. This is what we do. Push that to the side, you hear nothing about it. Why you think right now when we got Davina, I'm just showing you the BS, city clerk. How many times did we sit up here? I criticize her about letting 21 slide.
Yeah.
So that's the point. If you deal with it now, we wouldn't have this problem. But the longer we keep pushing stuff on the side, if they lock Davina ass up and she go to jail, I bet you won't see nobody try to play that game no more about residency.
That's what I'm saying. But the argument that you just made was saying because it didn't happen sooner, it shouldn't happen at all. It didn't happen to Inez Brown, right? So then you shouldn't go after Davina then.
And then
it didn't happen to Brown, or it didn't happen to Brown's predecessor, so it shouldn't happen to Inez, right?
It shouldn't. I'm just telling you how I feel. It
So
should.
then you just let it slide then.
Yeah, that's because you letting it slide anyway. I said, how you think Davina feeling right now? Everybody on her about residency, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't nobody hollering about it when it was residency with Inez?
Now there was hollers that was coming from Sister Audrey Muhammad, right?
It was, yeah, but it didn't go nowhere.
It didn't go nowhere. But so then we
This one going
don't say
somewhere.
anything about Leon's residency. We just drop it now.
I mean,
Because
that's
nothing happened to Brown.
It did nothing happen to Liddell. It did nothing happen to who was it? Was other people that was on there when living in Flint. It's been
Candace.
going on. That's what I'm saying.
So then, given
Has
the point that
anything
you just
happened
made,
anyway,
you just
Trevor?
don't worry about it.
That's basically what it's coming down to.
I mean, do we think Leon's the first one to beat his girlfriend while in office? Should
No, you
those
had a
charges just be dropped?
congressperson. I mean, you had a congressperson did it, and ain't nothing happened.
Okay.
You don't think you had other people here would just lean? You know what I'm saying? You don't think it was other people that jumped on their wives?
Oh, I know there's been.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, you can throw that out. You can do that anything. Hey, that's all I'm saying, Mark. It says, look, people don't understand that woman paid with a cashier check. Nobody knows where that money. And I mean, that was brought out there. It's just to me, if you don't stop it at the top, what you just say you get rid of Davina, it's gonna be somebody worse than Davina coming in.
What I'm saying is when you see it, you call it out. When you see it, you act on it. And if you just don't do nothing now because nothing's happened before, then there's no reason to even talk about it. There's no reason to be mad about it. There's no reason to be upset about it because it didn't happen before, right? So the people who were in our places before us were absolutely worthless and didn't call nothing out.
Did you see anybody that didn't try to do it? Now, I don't know why you would call them worthless. Now, that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go that extreme. I think the people is worthless is the ones who letting it go down at the top because they playing the people on the bottom. But see, we don't see that. We just look down here. I mean, but it is what it is.
I mean, obviously you have to call out the ones at the top, but
you ain't not gonna do it. Don't nobody do it. All we do, we sit right up here, call out the council people, call out the mayor. We don't do none of that. Let's be honest. We don't do that. We won't call it out. We can call out, giving up. We'll make excuses even with Trump. Oh, I like him on this, but if he just don't say this. No, you got to take the person as a whole. You can't just take bits and, I mean, this part good over here. No, you got to take it as a whole. That's why I'm telling you this whole thing is a bunch of BS, but we put it to how we want it to fit us. That's the, we do it to what we want it to fit us. We can say this person, like I said, it's so much stuff to be seen that we just letting slide. I don't see nothing changing. I don't see nothing changing, to be honest with you. Like Flint, we can say, oh, Flint not real. Flint is real. Flint is a very real city. It's motherfuckers who live in here. You go out, you go pay your bills. Flint is real. But we'll say it's not real because ain't nothing going, because we don't see nothing happening. No, it's real. Flint is a real city. Real people living in this motherfucker getting dead wrong. That's the truth right there. And ain't nothing gonna change until you get some people in. You got a council person on there. Half of them don't say, I mean, let me not say, the majority of that clique over there tell you that the water not good. I mean, tell you that the water good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? But that's what I'm saying.
That's why I say it isn't real. Like,
no, it's real.
Because I've seen other cities actually take care of this shit. I see council people all over the country being forced to resign. Larger cities, not usually, right? Smaller cities where actual pressure can be put on, where your neighbor knows how fucked up you are, where people actually pay attention. Yeah, it happens. The council member fucks up and they have to resign. Or they definitely lose the next election. Or sometimes they get arrested. But Flint's been in the national eye for so long. I mean, hell, they were just in the news with Leon beating his girlfriend, right? It went national news.
But see, that's the thing right there. You see how we keep saying he was in the know. Flint is in the news because the water not fixed. I get all of that that's going on, but what about you got a governor running around saying the water? You see what I'm saying? We keep missing all
I
the
mean,
stuff with the
we
water.
called it out. You and
Yeah,
I and Winter called it out.
it's
But
other
there's only
people.
so much we can do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but we focus on no. What about the ones who running this? What's up?
Like I said,
What's
there's
up?
only so
What's
much
up,
we
sexy
can do.
chocolate? I mean, no, I mean, I'm doing my part. I'm coming on here, try to highlight it and give my opinion, like regular news people do. My thing is, what I don't get is how people would sit up here. Don't you think it would be more important to? I'll just give you. I don't think we're gonna change nothing, to be honest with you, because I don't think people really understand. We got too many friends, brothers, and in-laws. And I'll say this again. I hate when I think other people, just to be honest, like you had the Republicans come running up, like they coming to help. Some was good, but I still think someone was coming over here to push their agenda, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, because it wasn't focused on the water. People wanted to keep bringing what their issues was. No, Flint problem was the water. It ain't changed. You see, and don't get me wrong, I respect the people over in the Mundy Township, but you see how they fighting for theirs. But I even went on one of their pages. I don't know where it was at. I looked at some of them. Do they have the compassion for us like we might have for them? I seen someone was talking about, oh, put the plant over there in Flint. Like
Mhm.
Flint ain't got enough problems of his own. I'm just this is but
And then they come over here to Flint asking us to fight for them.
no, this is what the disrespectfulness is about the whole situation. Like what we gonna do? We get told, hey, you the Democrat, and we seeing the Democrats ain't doing nothing for us. But how much is the Republicans doing? You even you had a Democratic president. Did the water get fixed up under Biden?
Nope.
Trump in there now. Is Trump gonna fix the water? It hasn't even ran across his mind about fixing the water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, nope. Nope. He was in there. He had 4 years. He in the second time. No, just like we said, Biden. Nope. Trump. Nope. Neither. That's what I'm saying. You Republican and Democrat. We had a Republican governor that this crisis fell up under. You got a Democratic governor that was in it for the whole. Did anything get fixed up under either party? No. So I mean, what do they want the people to constantly keep doing? I ain't gonna vote. I ain't gonna go Democrat. Let me vote Republican. Neither one is coming to fix this situation. Not why the residents are still here now. They might be fixing it for the future Flint resident, but not for the current Flint resident.
I don't know what else to tell you, dude.
No, I'm
Like,
just
you can try to find someone who's going to care and you try to push them up, but then you have to hope that they don't, turn corrupt halfway through. You can try to gather up the cash yourself and replace it yourself with city's permission. You do need the city's permission to start playing with the infrastructure. And then
really got the money.
That's the other part. And then if you trust someone else to hold the money, you have to trust them not to fuck around with it, just like that DDA.
But that's what I'm saying. You already had. I'm not saying the other. I don't know, but I'm just saying allegedly the one council people we know. You know how many people was coming down there saying they wanted their houses fixed, but yet they came up with this lottery so-called stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're finding out certain people in the administration got their houses fixed. You're finding out a council, she wasn't even on there yet, was as a run-in, was as a write-in, got her house fixed. You don't think that's a slap in the face to the other people here?
That's a complete slap in the face. And I think something should be done about it. I honestly think that an independent investigation should take place and showing that it's fraudulent and then people getting arrested for it.
But that's the thing.
You have to start to make a point at some point, dude. You have to make the take a stand at some point. Just because it happened before doesn't mean you get to let it keep going. You have to take a stand.
But did you see? But you need your prosecuting attorney to do something. Like somebody supposed to see something. Ain't nobody seeing nothing.
No.
Like you can't see what's going on. Like ain't nobody seeing nothing. And it seems like they got more excuses what they need to do. Just I'll give you a prime example. Look at what see that's what I'm saying right here. Believe me, this from Mark Hutchinson. Believe me when I tell you the rest of the country think the water is fixed. That's what your government tells everybody. See what I'm saying? But you got a mayor, what the mayor come in and say? We got the most tested water.
Mhm.
State rep, has she uttered a word about the water?
Nope. Sitting right here, I just went to reddit.com. Let me just share my page here.
Downright diabolical.
Where is it? Altered, misleading headline. Da, 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 da.
You battling
Oh,
against.
questions about the water.
Come on with it.
This is what they put. These are people that live or lived in Flint that moderate a community about Flint on Reddit. A majority of the service lines in the city containing lead have been replaced. A few issues still linger with a few individual buildings, but the issue at large has been resolved. Random threads asking about our water will be deleted.
Do you understand that? That's what I'm saying. You see the machine that you battling against?
I mean, yeah.
A well-oiled machine, man, that they got news. Just look how they really just muted basically people talking about the water here as far as the so-called local news station here. Do any of them get on there and say something? Don Jones, is she still here? I can't even remember because I don't watch them. But what is it, Andy Hendershot or whatever? If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. Is any of them saying anything about the water?
No. But the only way to actually get something done about it is to keep talking about it, be as loud as possible, and tell as many people as possible. I mean, even going to the grocery store, hey, the water's not fixed. Look, there are people still buying entire cases of water while talking to the mayor.
Did you? And that's the point that you see. And Winters was there, did not utter one word. Oh, they wanted to shake the mayor's hand.
He's a local celebrity. He likes me. Not enough to fix your water. Obviously, he wants you dead, apparently.
That's the point. And real cases, they don't live in Flint. And that's what's terrible. A lot of these people not over here dealing with none of this madness, man. I hate to even go back and say it. Probably damn near all of Flint. Well, I'm from the the north side and the south side. I got people in the Fifth Ward too. They are buying. I know my whole family buy bottled water.
Mm-hmm.
Buying bottled water, man.
Mm-hmm.
You had a councilwoman, a sitting one, 7th Ward, said she wouldn't drink it without a filter on it. Sis Audrey came on the show and showed what the filter looked like. I mean, what's the name? How filthy it was.
Yeah, the whole house filter.
Yeah, show what it
showed
did.
Mud caking
even a
off
year,
of it.
was it?
No, I think that was after like 6 months.
Yeah, it wasn't even a whole year, and look how filthy it was. But don't nobody see nothing wrong with that? Then you just
you
see
and I
where,
do.
Yeah, I know that's the point that I'm saying. But did you just see right up here when you seen in Lapeer they got their person for residency fraud? Oh, you see it happen around. But that's the point that I'm making with old girl down with the housing. She got a sweetheart deal to pay $50 back. That girl that with the DDA, she got a sweetheart. It got paid for her because it's more. That's the point that I'm making. They not gonna sit up there and take her down. Then you see what was it? Jocelyn Benson, if I'm right or wrong, that said it's not their job and gave it back to Davina to do her thing on residency. The state threw it right back in her lap, right?
Yeah. I mean,
took on the Lapeer one
right now is just because it's happened before and it's been let slide doesn't mean that we keep letting it slide.
No, I'm saying letting it. I'm just saying out of the frustration. It's just, to me, it's like the state put it back in Davina's hands. How you gonna put it back in the person hand who is complicit on the BS that's going on? That's like letting a crook judge do his own investigation.
Mm-hmm. And I've asked people before on shit since the beginning. Here's certain emails you can write to. Here's phone numbers you can call in. Here's people you can address. No one came through with it. I was sitting there doing that on my own. But without a large group actually pushing it through and helping out, you're not getting shit.
Well,
I gave up, man. I stopped trying to reach out to the State Bureau of Investigation. I stopped trying to reach out to the FBI. I stopped trying to reach out to Secretary of State because it's just me writing the letters. So obviously folks are very happy with this because they don't want to stop it.
Might have a point right
That was
there.
while we were on 810 with, so many people that pull up every morning. But no one could write a letter. I've put links into the chat. I've stopped. I've given up. I'm here to talk about it now.
But now you see what I'm telling you. I seen it with my own eyes. But some did. But if you see when they was getting the letters back, some people who was doing it too. I'm just saying some got it back and they was like it wasn't enough. Just look at all of the stuff Miss Biggs that went up and done. Mm-hmm. Every time they was throwing it back.
Yep.
Every time.
I think I saw something like 14 recalls on Neely throughout his entire term in office. None of them went through.
When you got the clerk office, the mayor office, majority of council, Lansing.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. Remember when them 6 sheets came up missing, right?
Yep, I remember that.
Did Davina bat an eye? Did anybody get fired or let go in her office?
No. Hell, Dominique Clemens straight up said someone would be fired for that in his office. But Flint isn't his office. You can't control it. And no one went further than that. Like, shit, should this be reported? Should this go to a judge and the judge, say, okay, reset the recall, go ahead and get signatures again? Because we can't be sure of the results now because 6 pages are missing.
But they even got that tainted here. You have people, this ain't what Mickey's saying. Let me clear this up. You have people be coming on. Lovely Lynch, good morning. Kay Buford, thank you for tapping in.
Because I'm not giving away my phone number.
Yeah, Lovely Lynch. I would have loved to, but some of the calls that be coming in, they don't just stop after the show go off. Them calls that keep coming.
Used to have call-ins, but people ruin that.
Nah, I just don't, because I don't like how they just keep calling your phone afterwards. That's
like I said, some people ruin that because they kept calling after.
Yeah. Winters would do them. I just can't handle it. Lovely Lynch, I agree with you. For 60, I mean, we got something, but it might didn't look like a lot because I don't know right now. But I'm saying, even when we seeing the things that's going on here, it seemed like every time it seemed like it always come to something different. It don't be what it's supposed to be. I'm telling you. I'll give you an example. Did y'all forget when Winters was down at City Hall when she did about the what happened to Miss Biggs? That turned into something else. Mm-hmm. I remember when Jed got locked up. That turned into something else. When they was down there, they was. You know what I'm saying? It always turned to something else. It's like it's not staying on the focus on what it's supposed to be, the water. My thing is you don't want, you know what I'm saying, getting it co-opt and then it turns into something that it shouldn't even be. That's my thing. It's like it lose focus on what's talking about the water and how the residents was getting treated. And good morning to you. I understand how the residents was getting mistreated down at city council. Hell, y'all know I have Brother Roberts on. And I get on him because he the chairman of BLM. He don't even want I talk from 2 over there. And I'm like, dude, you're an elder. What about when the elders did this and that? But how can you really tell people what to fight for and what not to? People got their own, you know what I'm saying? And we all don't support each other. I mean, not all. I'm just saying. This thing is so intertwined that you know what I'm saying. Even with NAACP, I don't know. Maybe they did send some people out there. I don't know about nothing. I didn't see You know what I'm saying? AC Dumas, how he was coming down there speaking out. It's just like, but these same people gonna be asking for y'all because they might want to run for some seats to support them. And how y'all gonna be even letting these people into y'all, you know what I'm saying, even to y'all mental space to even vote for them when y'all was seeing how they weren't doing nothing for the people. Like it should have been too many marches. But we'll jump on. I'm just telling you, we'll see something happen to somebody. What up, cuzzo? We'll see something happen to somebody. And I don't want to say this. We'll see something. And it was a tragedy what happened to George Floyd. It was a tragedy what happened to Tamir Rice. But why y'all don't fight for them same tragedies? Well, we got to wait till somebody got to get killed by the police or beat by the police. What about when you seeing elder citizens getting pulled out? We should still been going about that still to this day.
No.
Seeing the activists
What about
come
elder
up here.
citizens getting their face knocked in by a cop at city council?
Yeah, getting snatched up. You seeing, you know what I'm saying? But like that should have still been, you should have seen the activists. But listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Believe me, I had this conversation. You know what, Lovely Lynch? It's just to me, it's so many things that will distract you coming through here. Because you start seeing certain people that you think that was in the fight, that they would be fighting with y'all. You don't see them fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about, look how many people, do y'all forget when the recalls was going down, when Miss Biggs was getting out there, she had people actually was helping. But was they really helping? You had some people that was really there to sabotage. Let's be honest. You had some people that were just strictly there to sabotage. And look how it played out. You found out some people you thought was with them, but they wouldn't. They was over here. You couldn't tell me. You know what I'm saying? It's like that whole thing was a debacle.
It was just a play, dude.
Yeah, it did. Like, from my understanding, I heard LaShawn was out there helping.
I don't remember seeing her.
I heard she was.
I only rolled with Ms. Bev 2 or 3 times. So.
Yeah, I heard she was allegedly. I could be wrong. But can you imagine that she was out there? Was she really helping? I'm just saying that the whole thing was like, man.
Maybe back then she was helping, but it wasn't to help. Maybe she was helping so she can get her name out there so she could run. You see a lot of people are willing to jump fences before they get into that office just to get their name out there. We could point at what? A dozen?
Yeah.
A dozen people, dozen names that you see every day on Facebook or on YouTube being mentioned across all the pages that will jump that fence.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some in our chat right now that will jump that fence. There have been several in our chat that have jumped that fence just because they think they can get their name out there so they can run for office.
Oh yeah, nah, you will see it. But listen, man, I never see.
They'll run they'll run on the quote good for side, or they'll run with Liddell, or they'll run with Neely, or any of them. Oh, you'll see some that are trying to cozy up to county right now, trying to get in good with Sheriff Swanson so they can get something, get a little pat on the back, a little bit of endorsement.
I mean, is they wrong?
Hmm.
I mean, self-preservation. Rule number 1 is self-preservation, right?
When you're sitting there saying, I'm trying to do this for the betterment of the city of Flint, but in reality, you're just thinking of yourself, then yeah, you're wrong. Now, if you say, nah, I'm just trying to get in where I can fit in. All right. You know, I can forgive that. That's like, okay, I get it. From the get-go, you're being straight up. You just want to get in office. You just want to get paid. You just want power, whatever the hell it is. But when you sit there and you echo the battle cry of, you know, let's fix Flint, let's fix the water, and then a month later, just because someone gave you a different opportunity, you're saying the water's fine. No, I can definitely blame them.
I just think you can, because I understand that aspect of it. But to me, I'll just be more honest. But they know if they tell the truth, look, I'm in it for the money. I don't have no problem saying that.
That's perfectly fine.
I don't have no problem saying it. But see, a lot of time they won't tell you that, but you'll find out this is what they. Let me tell you something. How these people can be sitting out here calling out certain things. This is what I be hating about when they be saying they for the people. How you gonna be for the people when you going to the people that's oppressing the people to get money? I'm just saying you can be easily bought off. You see, listen, I done seen people that was against the mayor, right? But then they back with him.
Or vice versa. We've seen people that were with him that turned out to be against him for a while, and they're now back with him. I mean, get in where you can fit in, I guess, but just be straight up like, hey, I'm in it for the money. Hey, I'm in it for a position. Understood.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yeah, but see, they won't say that.
Don't lie to my face.
Yeah. I'll give you an example. And you know what, Mark, because you said that it did bring something on my mind. 21 was helping with the recalls. 21 couldn't stand John, right? But did he tell you they was taking who was paying for the recalls? I'm just saying, people, you got to really look at some of the stuff that was going on.
Right.
Yeah, you have to really look at it. Just think about it.
He'll take John's money and try to get a recall in so he can go run. Yeah. But at turn around in the same breath, he's talking trash about the man.
Yeah. But
be consistent. If you're going to eat off a man's plate, if you're going to eat another man's lunch, then at least be loyal to him.
I'm going to be honest. Just think about it. It was only a few people that was really beefing with him still that didn't like him. But a lot of them was liking him when Mays was living. It was. That's what I'm saying, man. You have to really look at this whole thing. You got, to me.
Here's what I really feel about that. They liked him while Mays was living. Then when Mays passed, they got upset with John because John wouldn't use them as the new face of Flint so they can get their name out there, so they can have a monetized TikTok or YouTube channel. They wanted John to endorse him so they could start making some money, and he didn't, so they got upset.
Oh yeah, but that just shows you how it is. No, it's been. I'm just from my humble opinion, just how I see it. It's like, and going back to that facts, Mark. That's why you have to watch.
Right.
You know what, Alan? It will make you think that, but don't get it twisted. 21 was never mad at the mayor. Don't get it twisted. Dumb people, only people. A lot of people listen. A lot of people don't. Man, I hate to say it, but it is what it is, man. It's just that people they want their opportunity, and I say this: I'm not mad at the mayor. Because him and his crew, he came in with his team. If you come in with your team, Trevor, ain't your team gonna eat?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see nothing wrong with what he was doing. After when you go back, it's just his team in there eating right now. You have to respect it. We might don't like it. I mean, how he did it, but
let's be straight up. Like 22, I ran for office, right?
Right.
If I had won, I'd be using you and Miss Satara was with you at the time, I'd have a job for both of you guys. I'd kick out all of Cynthia's staff and find my own staff.
Yeah, that's the point that I'm saying. Like when they bring in their own team, man, I understand it. Like on what it is. Like a lot of people but he playing some people. It's to me like he switching them out. I needed y'all for this first term, so I'm done with y'all. But it says, someone tell me why they Weaver. You know why she did that, because that's who she was with. AC been riding with her. I didn't ever think she would never not support AC, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I just think during that election,
which
and I still say, last year election. Yeah. To me, I think, well, this year, when LaShawn won. My thing was, I didn't think they didn't understood, like, but it shocked everybody because I remember everybody was saying a write-in couldn't win in Flint. I heard everybody say that a write-in couldn't win in Flint.
What I honestly thought about Weaver supporting AC is Weaver knew how AC would vote and could ask him favors, right? She didn't know if she could or couldn't with Bev Biggs. Sometimes the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. And
I
that's
can agree
exactly
with
what
that.
she is thinking.
Yeah, I can agree
It's
with that.
politics. Never
Yeah,
assume
no.
that anyone is in an office for you. You are a byproduct. Helping you is a happy accident, right? Everyone's in it for themselves.
no
Period. End of story.
facts.
So if you are getting something out of it, it's an happy accident. It might be a campaign ploy.
But I do agree with you. I do believe she had it because AC was a long supporter of hers, and I could see her. I understood it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it was just that I don't think that when you playing against this machine.
Okay, they knew it would split the vote, but here's the next thing to that. What if they didn't care? What if it was intentional? Splitting the vote and letting LaShawn in. Why? Because Ms. Bev Biggs might have, because they don't know her too well, they don't have any hooks into her, as far as I know. I'm assuming not, because she comes and hangs out with us while the rest of them don't. That she might have accidentally torpedoed some of their things, seeing that it was X, Y, or Z, seeing that it wouldn't really benefit. It would be better to lose that seat entirely to someone that you know how they're going to vote, rather than have someone who could be what is it? Like a random actor, someone you can't control, an unknown.
Yeah, I could go. I mean, to me, me looking at it would be I would be like, maybe because she didn't have to go through certain ones like to get money from them, she needed their money. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like her not having to go through like most of the politicians when they do go, you already know who you're gonna have to go to and get your support from. And I'm thinking her not being tied to that. So like you said, she would, they didn't know which way she would swing.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, you'd rather go with the devil you do know than the devil you don't know. I'm not calling Miss Biggs the devil. I'm just
No.
analogy.
We're just using a turn of phrase.
Yeah,
Like
I'm not saying that,
they
but
ain't calling
it'd
her
be
no
like,
devil.
because I still believe Miss Biggs would have been the better council person for the third ward, to be honest with you. And that's what I'm thinking. Like, and I get it. And I know what a lot of people saying. AC won, which he did. Him and Miss Biggs was the first. They was the 1 and 2 to go to the next round. But when you playing against a system, see, and I seen something like before. It was, I forgot what I was watching. So which way Detroit goes, so does Flint. And I think when people weren't paying attention, when they mayor won as a write-in, and you know what I'm saying, they was like, it was millions of dollars spent. I don't think the people understood that they would play the same game here. They didn't have to do it on the whole city. All they had to do was the third ward, a little segment. So it would be easier to pull off, in my humble opinion, to pull off a write-in here than it would be to pull off on the whole city, man. Over 1 million people. The more money you had to spend, I could see them pulling it off at here, but we thought it wouldn't happen.
Did you know there was an election a week ago?
What election?
Burton Council, Clio Commission, Fenton Mayor.
This probably went over smooth, not like Flint's.
Yeah, no. I'm looking for how the vote was split during Ms. Bev's election, because I wonder if AC took enough votes from Ms. Biggs, that Ms. Biggs would have won without it. Because I remember the Rose one.
Mark Hutchinson. I listen, Mark. I'm gonna put this up on here. Mark says, serious question. Y'all don't think Weaver and Gilchrist are getting favors from Neely? I really think they're on the same team. Mark, I don't know. I mean, when I came in, let me just be honest with y'all. When I came in, and maybe I could be naive. I assumed that they didn't like each other. The way the mayor, and Mayor Neely, when he came at the former mayor Dr. Weaver, the things they did. Yeah, I was thinking they wasn't cool. I only can go by what people said that the mayor, the current mayor, didn't like the former mayor or her team. That's all I can go by. You know what I'm saying? Like man, I'm being honest with y'all. I was in the room at the headquarters when when AC and Chris Martin was having a conversation when and Reggie Flynn, he was Pastor Flynn at that time, when they both of them was talking about saying Weaver wasn't right. So, and I remember they was against Neely at one time. Am I mistaken? Because I remember Chris Martin was, but
I mean,
and I heard Chris
everyone
Martin,
bends the king or bends the knee to the king. You might
and
be
I heard,
against him before he takes that throne. Afterwards, you have to.
and I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. I heard Chris Martin say he got to be loyal to whoever in that mayor seat. And
Whoever's
when I
making the
said,
deal.
"Well, damn, if what if the devil in there?" AC hung up the phone. This how rough these two phone conversations were. You know, they both hung up on each other because neither one trusted the other one because they thought they was recording them. But I was just, I'm just telling you, this how Bishop
No, remember,
Bishop Martin
AC.
and Deacon Doomis, they both called each other and hung up because they didn't trust each other to be like they went on no three ways, man. I'm telling you, I never seen nothing like this before.
Also looking at it, yeah. If AC had dropped out, then assuming all 192 of his votes went to Ms. Bev Biggs, Ms. Bev would have won.
But that's assuming. Do you
That's
think she would
assuming.
have
I
got the
mean,
whole 100%?
nah, that's a statistical impossibility
That's what I'm
or
saying.
improbability. We'll do it like that.
And it just, I mean, but for all them people that wrote in said the fix for the third war were predetermined, family. And I agree with you, Mark. I didn't, you know what, Mark? I didn't know that. I'm gonna say I'm confused on that one. I didn't know that. That's why I just kind of find it. He said, "Well, Trevor, now you're getting to that bullet conversation. We ever had a problem with Bev or a whole host of reasons."
Mm-hmm.
And, and, and on that, I don't know. I tried to go with it where they both won, so both of their people got in. But we should have knew that Mayor Neely and who backing him couldn't let Bev get in that seat.
I mean, take a look at it like this. Weaver and Neely are the Republicans and Democrats. Choose whichever side you want to choose there. Call whichever one you want to call. Of Flint, right?
Mm-hmm.
They won't let a third party squeak on in. Just like you'll never see a libertarian president. You'll never see a Green Party president because Republicans and Democrats will sabotage themselves to make sure that they bring down that third party as well.
Facts.
So unless you have a whole hell of a lot of popular backing and a whole hell of a lot of outside money, I mean literal money that is not tied to Flint at all,
right?
You're not getting nowhere.
Mark 76. Good morning. No, you're not. They got it on lock. Just think about it. When you, like I was saying last night, even with the new people coming in running, right? You know what Neely can go and show? If you come ride with me, look how I helped the Leon. Look at the money, because it's in the check registry how he was making money, right?
Yep.
Look what I did for him. Hey, look what Liddell was doing. You know what I'm saying? I had her running. You know what I'm saying? You'd be able to sit up and meet these companies that's coming in.
We will help you set up your 501c3. We will set you up with a fiduciary that'll look the other way.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. What can the other side offer them? You have no money.
No, last time I looked at Mayor Weaver's financials from
no, I'm not going to. I'm just saying no, as far as the money behind them.
Oh yeah,
like the money behind them, because like you gotta, don't you know? Look at Davina.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell right now she gonna go with who got the juice. If you ain't got no juice, she's not rolling with you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you can take a look at majority of the businesses around Flint. You can take a look at the campaign financials, and you know who gave money to who. There were very few Flint businesses that didn't give money. Hell, There were even national businesses that gave money. Neely collected money from Comcast.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're gonna try to offer something against Neely, right? Say if you're Mayor Weaver's camp, you're the opposition. You have to show that you can get money from outside of Flint or from inside of Flint into other people's campaigns. You have to have solid promises, and yeah, we're not talking like $1,000, $2,000. We're talking $1,200 maxed out donations several times, coming from the same vendor, just different ways.
Right, like saying you go do a fundraiser, and you might go to the UP, and you come back with 400,000-500,000, or you might go, you know what I'm saying, and you know, different spots where the money at, and I'm saying coming back with, you can go raise $1 million, and if you ain't got that, you're not finna, because that's what it's about. If you can't raise that money, how can you help me? What was Eric May say? Watch out for that dark literature.
And here's something from Mark. Were they against Neely? I only look at what people do and not what they say. The third ward election revealed a lot. And I'll say it like this. They're against Neely when it comes down to them versus Neely. If a third person comes in, they will self-sabotage, because you don't know if that third person is going to fuck up the money game for everyone. If they reveal too much, if they show too much, if they shut something down, that is a future revenue source for the other side that is now unattainable. You can lose one election and come back the next one. But right? But if you lose that election to someone who doesn't know the game, who doesn't want to play that game,
you can blow everything up.
Yeah. And it's a domino effect. Oh, well, this is illegal way of getting money here. That needs to go. We need to close this loophole. Oh, well, that's the same here, 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 and here. Instead of just messing up one revenue source, they just screwed up an entire string of revenue sources. So yeah, no, like you will see, I'm 99.999% sure, one camp or the other self-sabotage to keep a third party out. They will concede that election to their primary opponent, to their bigger opponent, rather than let that third party get in.
You know what? I could see that. I could see that happening like that, because they probably didn't. I'm just assuming. You know what I'm saying? Like when they, like if you're not part of one of the systems, they really don't like outsiders. And I see what you're saying, Lovely Lynch, like Mandani. But see, Mandani came in, but he still came in on the Democratic Party, but he did have the people for him. I don't know how many people that who can really generate the people. Because right now, all you know, from what
everyone's
we've been
fed up of everything.
Yeah. Can you get the people to vote? Now, whoever can come in and get the people rushed on polls, the more people vote, then you can change some stuff. I just don't see it that who do you got here that's got the care to, I mean, that can really a person and want to get out and vote for? Who do you got?
In Flint? I don't know.
Yeah. Because I'm saying.
But give me just a second here, because this actually, this proves your point, right? City of Flint, the general election, Ms. Beverly Biggs received 226 votes. AC Dumas received 192 votes. LaShawn Johnson, write-in, won 322 votes. In total, that is 740 votes cast. Okay. Now, registered voters in those 4 precincts is 6,147. It was a 12.8% turnout. When Mickey's talking about getting people out to the polls, you got to have better than 12.18%, right?
Right.
Because that 12.18%, that's a rounding anomaly in certain areas of math. Like, not even half the people in the precincts in the ward got out to vote.
Yeah. And and they know this. But you know, that was a special election, right? That wasn't, that ain't like come next year.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because you got so much stuff going on.
Well, hell, we
So
are
many
seeing
different
12%.
elections. You
We
got
saw
governor, mayor.
12% in 22 as well. And I think in 24, when we held our all-night streamathon for president of the United States, I think we went through here. Let me go back. Let me see the actual turnout for November of 24 official results. And we'll go
I
down to
just find
20.
it fishy that she went from she had 100 and something in third place, right?
Mm-hmm.
To 300 some absentee ballots came in. I'm just saying they used their game with that absentee ballot. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying, I just find it strange.
So Flint had actually quite a large turnout in 24. 60%, 64, 69, 70, 76, 59, 43, 41, 35, 33, so on and so forth. Between the low 30s and the high 70s was the turnout rate for Flint. So who knows? Maybe we'll see something
Right.
next year.
That's
I
the
kind of want to go down to 22 and see how it did, because 22 was a whatchamacallit,
Lovely. They need to
midterm.
find one. She said she would hire a marketing strategist to find out how much it costs to motivate the people. Somebody need to do it because they not motivating the people. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it really depends on how you spend that money. Like throwing just cash out there at a problem ain't going to do nothing, right? To motivate the people per se. You have to find the right things to get people up and motivated first. So your first job is hiring someone to figure out what the people actually want to see and hear and what type of events they'll be happy with. I mean, I remember Dr. Weaver throwing a commercial, a dance commercial or something. And I think she spent something like $4K on it. And that didn't motivate anyone to help her. It was an unfortunate waste of money in that case, because she could have done with that money something that people would have liked more. But
To
her,
me,
to you,
no, I'm saying, yeah, no, I agree with you with that. But I'm saying to me, whoever say they see because they using you got to get somebody, whoever gonna come in and say, look, we finna go ahead, we finna fight the water. If you elect me, we finna go down there. We gotta file a lawsuit against the governor, this and that. That's the only way I can see you gonna get some people motivated. If
except a
you
lot of
say
these
you gonna
folks
fix the water,
are convinced that the water's fine. A lot
shit,
of these
that's the
folks
ones.
within the city of Flint.
Shit, that's a lie, Trevor.
I'm willing to bet.
I'm willing to bet ain't nothing matter of fact, if you was here right now, I can go take you to how many we can go. What side you want to go in the second ward? You want to
Dude,
go in the
I
third
lived in the
ward?
6th ward. My water was still fucked up,
And
right?
that's what I'm trying. That's
But
what I'm
what I'm
telling
saying is a lot of people are just going to take the word for it. Remember, the 8th ward were the ones that Melissa had the hardest time with.
you. Yeah, but I'm just telling you, not the first, second, and third. Them motherfuckers is buying waters, Trevor. I'm just telling you what I know. Just lost the auntie from cancer just yesterday. Just had another family member just check out from cancer. No, people is buying bottled water. This is what I'm telling you. Yeah, they might. I mean, they might be. The media might be brushing it down. No, it's people here that's buying that water. There's people here still dying daily.
Mm-hmm.
Daily. What's
But
going on?
what I'm going to say is people want to hear good news. So when they hear the water's fixed, okay, I don't trust water. I'm going to buy bottled, but I still believe my water is fixed. I'm just not going to trust it type deal. Or they did everything they could and it's still fucked up. Nothing else can be done type deal. Right? Like, you have to go with a lot more than just water if you're running for mayor of Flint. You have to show, God, water would be a point, but not the biggest one. The biggest one I'd run with it would be economy. How many people are sitting there dirt broke right now because you can't attract jobs to Flint? One of the dumbest things I heard any candidate say in, I'd say, the last 18 months was no tax breaks for any businesses coming into Flint. Okay, then how are you going to attract businesses to get people jobs? How many people are sitting there struggling to get by right now because what jobs they can find are absolute trash tier? Not even enough to pay your own fucking water bill, which is insanely high. How about balancing the budget so you can start to lower water prices? These are a lot of things that would need to be discussed, not just the water.
Maybe in households that you might know, that's one of them. But priority number one, and a lot I know, gonna be seeing the water. Because how the hell you gonna work a job if you're dying and you sick? Now, I mean, because you still gotta go. Like that's why I think with the people that's another one. We know we need more jobs here, but first we got to get the people health right. Because how in the hell I'm gonna hire you if you ask not even capable? We graduating kids, Trevor, that's reading at a 4th grade level for my high school. Are you gonna be able to hire them?
No.
I mean, I'm hearing this, you saying the economy, this and that, but what about simple life water where you can drink and bathe and got to worry about? Art said a person was just doing this and their skin was coming off. I mean, so, but I get it. If that's the way, you know, that's how they want to go. You think if your ass is dying, how you gonna work the job?
I mean, I'll sit here right now. I'll tell you. Look at next election and tell me which side talks about the water and which side actually wins.
Then none of them talk about the water, to be honest.
Let's see. I mean, we know both camps listen. We know both camps tune in. I'm pretty sure that the Neely camp is the one that keeps on giving us our 2 daily downvotes, right? We'll see if he talks about the water next time he runs. We are 99% done, and I will push it. Okay.
If he wins, had to take over. You forgot that. Remember, the state had to come in and take over.
That was only repairing the lawns.
So what?
That wasn't the actual pipes. That was.
Remember, the only pipe they was fixing was this little.
It was about 18-inch piece of pipe that runs from your street to your house. Yes.
Yeah. So. Oh no, you straight on my Thorpe. But that's what I'm saying. And that's what the past administration, see, only thing I can say with the Weaver administration, we don't know if she would have got a second term, what she would have did. But all we can say is, but even that fixing that list from the whole infrastructure needed to be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So how was just fixing this little pipe going to do anything?
Dude, I just read you, maybe an hour ago, what it said on Reddit. Most of the mains had been replaced, according to them. And these are people that are in the Neely office. These are Neely fans. Neely and Liddell fans, actually.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting there running around, either wholeheartedly believing or perpetuating the lie that the mains are replaced.
I just seen somewhere somebody put up in here where they were saying, was it 18 mains was busting a day?
Yeah.
Okay, that was but they replaced them all, right?
That's what they say. And here's the fun thing about that. You have to come up with the paperwork to refute that most of the mains have not been replaced. Except if there is no paperwork to show that they have or have not, then you've got no proof and people are just going to call you a liar.
See, here go right here. Less than 10% mains replaced to date.
See, me and Ron and Cut are on the same page. And then to go back to your point about the education, honestly, Mayor has nothing to do with that. So
I know
if the Mayor's talking about doing education, then I'm not voting for them because they don't even know their fucking job.
No, I ain't say he had nothing to do with it. I'm just saying, look at the school system. Who is you finna get these jobs that they plan on bringing here? Who's going to be able to do them? Most of the people that's going to be getting them jobs not going to be from Flint.
I mean, honestly, dude, what Flint needs is entry-level jobs right now. Something that pays decent, but you don't need a whole lot of skill for. I mean, it used to be the auto industry. You used to be able to just fucking get out of high school, go into the auto industry. My father-in-law was talked out of being an architect by his high school, advisor or whatever. He wanted to be an architect. He's like, nah, you live in Flint. You want to make a living, you go into the auto industry. So he became a mechanic.
Yeah, but you see,
that used to be the deal.
Yeah, back in the day, Flint service line, they designate to be done over 90%. Remember, when we were left, it was over 90% done.
Mm-hmm.
The mains are not in that figure, and I'm going
It's
with
all about manipulating that data,
yeah.
though.
Remember, the governor is the head of the state. The mayor is the head of a city. Both deceive the nation, saying the water is safe.
Mm-hmm. But now you have to prove them wrong. You have to bring up the paperwork and you have to show them irrefutable proof, something that they can not look at and say, "Oh well, this doesn't matter." You actually have to bring something solid, and that's the hugest problem, because the way that they did everything, it is a convoluted mess. You don't know what's actually been done, what hasn't, and as Pfeiffer said, how are we out of money? Did we pay some of these contractors 2 or 3 times for the same house? They couldn't even keep track of the money and what work had been done.
No, you see, I was looking at what Ketch and Buford said. The water is not fixed. People are leaving because of the water. Cancer is at an all-time high here, which it is. And you see Clack. Now, this the former president of the school board, he said, now, when I wanted to put trades at Northwestern, people called me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the point. We had, when I went to the Flint schools, I had tool and die. You had auto mechanics there. You had home ec. Well, I took tool and die at Northern. You had the skilled trade programs in the schools. You don't have that now. So how is like really, when these kids, what is you sending them to? Like what future do you have for them?
That's a fun thing across the nation. That's the same deal. You don't see no woodworking or tool and die or mechanics and none of that in any of these schools anymore. They have to get on the job training or post school training to qualify for a lot of these. And here's a really fun one. Did you know that you don't need to go to a trade school to become a certified electrician?
I see they changing stuff now. That's just like with the Trump.
No, it's been like this.
Here's
how it works. Yeah, here's how it works. You can apprentice part-time as a gopher. Go grab me that wrench, go grab me these pliers, and an electrician teaches you. And then what you do is you pay union dues, and they will take you to a union course where they will test you. And if you just pass enough, you become an apprentice, an actual paid apprentice. And you start working like that. You don't have to go to a trade school. You can, but a lot of times when you show up to a trade school or from trade school thinking you know everything, the master electrician is going to kick your ass out to the curb.
I mean,
like that's been a thing for apparently decades. I never knew. The same thing about welding.
Trevor, you wrong. You wrong. I got to clear it up. Clack on here. He said, yes, you do. Look at Frankenmuth. Look at Lapeer. They have trades like regular classes. That's what it. That's what. Yeah. So yeah, no, they have it. They just ain't got it here. That's why I don't understand how you got this the school board president now saying they're gonna get people to come back.
Well,
yeah,
I was going to say it's cool for Frankenmuth and Lapeer, but most of the places I've lived haven't had them for years. I graduated Douglas Center for Academic Success in Douglas, Arizona, 2008. When I graduated, they didn't have a shop class no more, no tool, no die, not even woodworking.
But
there used to be woodworking at Paul Huber Middle School. I would say I got there in 2000. So mid-90s, they cut those programs off there.
So this
has been a growing trend nationwide.
Arizona.
Nationwide.
No, I'm saying no, but we had them here.
That was part of the thing in Arizona. Okay. Now, while Frankenmuth and Lapeer have them, that's great. But Flint isn't the only one without them. This is a larger thing that has been going on for a long while. If Lapeer and Frankenmuth can, still afford it, if their school district is smart enough with their money to be able to afford it, that's great. But a lot of places, that's not a thing no more.
And that's what it's sad. Because now, what they saying, they don't want it for all people to have it. So there's only going to be certain schools where the wealthy can have it. I guess the inner. See, that's when we getting off into that again, where you only said there. Oh, hold on, Mike Clark got some more work for you, Trevor. Leave him alone. Trevor said there are elementary schools in Florida that have flight simulators to teach kids how to fly. I mean,
I really want to know what schools those are because ain't none around me.
See, here you go. See, you are wrong about trade schools. You can get the experience, however, you still have to take a course and get a journeyman's card.
But
I
it doesn't have
remember,
to be through a trade school in and of itself.
I
It can
remember,
be through a union.
I remember my cousin went to he went to the Focus Hope program down in Detroit. That was back in the 90s. I want to say like 97, 98, 99. He went to the Focus Hope program. That's what I'm telling y'all. Smash that like button. I know it's two different Wilson names, but come on, hit that like button. We finally got y'all on this side. It's still 12 on the other side. It said the Latinos mans have taken up most of all trades in this country from coast to coast. Mm. Yeah, now you're right. Right. I'm looking at what Carol Kincaid said. Even though this is for Omar, we were designated a crisis, so we got some money. If it had been correctly designated a disaster, feds would have sent in the corps of engineers to get the job done. That's what is terrible right there.
Mm-hmm. And then Meat Freaks, Tampa has a flight school, but is that in the elementary school simulators that was just mentioned, or is that an actual college course flight school? There's a difference between the three, right?
We're gonna find out. You know, Clark gonna do his homework. But that's the
Hell, I
thing.
remember taking a field trip up to Phoenix one time, and they had fucking Xboxes and PlayStations in the McDonald's.
But shit, that's what I'm saying. But when you looking at how they doing it, it's like it don't make no sense. Flint lost everything. Flint schools lost everything. Like even they had the skill center, don't got the skill center no more. That was supposed to be for the Flint schools. But it's so much they took away. But we don't look. You got to look at
There's so much they took away, and then there's also so much they gave away. Hell,
you had
professional NFL
emergency manager.
and emergency manager didn't manage the schools, only managed the city. But they were given an entire training facility by NFL star. What they do? They gave it away to another city. Gave it away, not sold it, not leased it, not rented it. Gave it.
You say what they gave what away?
Believe
Talking about Edward Stadium.
No. Clark was telling me about it. It was an entire training facility, like weights and all that shit, machines, and gave it to another city. And gave it to another school district. Gave.
I'm looking
not
at
sold, not leased, not rented. Gave.
That's what I'm looking at. What Alan said. That's why the governor and the mayor declared Flint water safe to reduce federal dollars. Omar. Now that's crazy. So feds send opera money but won't inject themselves to save lives. And I'm gonna go with that. This is why they jumped at the settlement with the concerned pastors and Melissa Mays early. Designation knowing they ruined us. And that's what I'm going back again. You had Melissa Mays that was supposed to have been for the people. The concerned pastors that was supposed to be for the people. Who you think was pushing that crew? Now all you got to do, and I'm just saying, just think about who was pushing that crew. They got their money.
Well, let's backtrack. Well, let's hit the rewind button for a second. Were those concerned pastors and Melissa Mays happen to be friends with Mayor Weaver?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me be honest with you. I don't know. Because I seen one of them he rolled with Neely and them right now.
Now he does.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now you got the crown you bend the knee to, right?
Yeah, so he just ain't started. He been rolling the year because he would remember a lot of them pastors wasn't with Dr. Weaver on her run the second time. Remember, a lot of them had turned it back. So some of them was concerned. That's why I'm like, I'm not for sure. Oh, you see what she said? Oh, no. Carol Kincaid got it. She said, no, the state and the feds were pushing that crew. Okay, thank you.
See, because the second you said that, the first thing I thought of was Melissa Mays was pretty chill with Mayor Weaver.
Not really like that. She was chill with her, but like I said, there's some of the conversations that she was having with me. I'm gonna tell you what she said. She was just like, this was her take on it. I remember when they called her to come do this, when she did Thrill Kill show that morning, they burnt my ass alive. She said, I know, but this is what I heard when I heard the conversation. When they made her the face of it, they said they needed a white person for the face of it, right? This was me and her conversation when we was talking. She said when she came, she said, I know they just using me because they need my face. They don't really be wanting me like that. This was her conversation. I was like, oh, for real? So I really never paid it no attention. She was just like, they just, they, and I'm like, damn, so she really thinks she this big time person. That's why I was saying, but this was that old thinking. This the old way of thinking. She got the complexion for the connection. They thought it would get it more national exposure. She would get this, and that. And here we are. Yes, a house with
the last three comments from Mark and Carol here. Concerns pastors or with whoever has the money. No loyalty, but only to the money. Yep. Whoever wears the crown, they bend the knee to.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, I seen it.
I mean, yeah, they all roll together.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, like, some of the conversations that would be had, I would be like, damn. And that's when she told me on that day. Maybe she was feeling like telling the truth. She was like, when she was like, listen, her hardest fight was over there in the 8th Ward. I'm just, this ain't Mickey Mouse. This out of Melissa Mays. That's why when I heard about her saying they didn't know how to negotiate.
Mm.
Yeah, Mark said, remember Mark Edwards sued Melissa Mays. I didn't know that. Who was Mark Edwards? Because she was telling me how, what's the one lady name? Damn, we was just talking about her. Aaron Brockovich. That's what she claimed was her mentor. I'm just telling you. Remember I told
Aaron Brockovich, the one that brought all the lawyers that ate up most of the settlement funds. Yep.
Yeah, you remember that when she was saying Aaron Brockovich was her mentor, was at the studio?
Yeah, and I remember her getting mad at me for saying that I don't very much like Aaron Brockovich because of how much them lawyers took.
Right.
No, they needed to get paid that much. So they needed to get paid more than half the money compared to the people who are sick and dying. All right.
Oh, I didn't know that, Carol Kincaid. Now, Mark, I agree with you. Said, don't be fooled. Those concerned pastors put Melissa Mays out in front because it was the easiest path into money. And I'm telling you, I heard the conversation. Y'all might be thinking I'm playing when we used to be like doing the headquarters, doing that election. You would be hearing them conversations. I'm being honest with you. I'm just giving you the stuff that you can use. The other stuff was you didn't need to hear about. But I heard that they said that. Mark, what I just put up said, it, not that way. Okay, Mark Edwards was in the. So who was Mark Edwards against her? Because like I said, listen, toward the end, on our way out, and I'm just being honest, on our way out, from when we was leaving Weaver, though, you can start seeing the cracks. Not her. I'm just talking about like different people when we start everybody for themselves. But they got united on our asses, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got united because believe me, I'm telling you, I heard a person come say they just needed me because of, and this was out of Melissa. I mean, what y'all saying? I'm just telling you, this was some of the conversations. I ain't got time for that book.
Nope.
I don't want
you don't got time for the consequences of that book.
Hell yeah. I ain't got time. Okay. Let me see what it is. Wow. So, okay, she was in on the BS. I might pull this up tonight when I come on.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay. No, man, I just got it. It was in the Detroit News. I got it. It says, from hero to pariah, Flint water expert fights for his reputation. Wow, they dirtied that man's reputation up like that. That's how they just did.
Look at what they did to us, and we didn't even cross them. We didn't cost them money, and they still did that kind of nastiness to us. Imagine what happens if you cost them just a little bit of money.
Man, if this right and these people were sitting up like this, to me, it was just it was about who was gonna get some money. These people really fucked over the residents because they wanted to get their greedy ass hands on the money, so they used people that was up under them. They basically paid the people off. Paid them off. Wow.
I'm not surprised by this stuff anymore. I know you're not. Like, what? It's
No, I'm just looking at it.
surprising all of a sudden that they're going to throw someone under the bus so they can catch a couple 100,000.
Yeah, in my opinion, all corporations that dump dangerous chemicals in Flint water system should have been criminally charged and make all citizens of Flint. He was losing grants for his employee. Wow, because I'm looking at it, he said his fighting with Flint activists and Michigan scientists. He said they're exaggerating the danger of city water, which has met federal standards for 2 years. They said he is unwilling to entertain new research. So was Mark against it?
Probably.
Like I'm saying that he's saying
a while we've seen Flint has been, quote, meeting federal standards, but federal standards aren't safe standards. We read this 2 days ago. There is no safe level of lead, but action levels is at 15 parts per billion. It should be 0 parts per billion in your fucking drinking water. So it sounds like he's sitting there, oh no, it's below 15, it's fine.
Man.
0 is fine. 1 is bad. More is worse. But it sounds like they tried calling him in.
I'm lost. I'm trying to read it while we talking. He lost grants. He was on backpedaling to save his bacon. So yeah, because I'm looking at it right here. Hey, I'm just reading this. It says you can't really. It says, let me read. I'm just gonna. It says It says the dispute involves lawsuits, open letters, death threats, alleged spurring love, and accusations of plagiarism and falsified water data. It has played out in email, blogs, social media, science conference, and scholarly journals.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And I mean, it said the dispute. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. Marvel Amy Pruden, an environmental engineer from Virginia Tech who worked besides Edwards on the Flint water crisis. Edwards is going to have his critics. He's going after his critics with the same fear he used against water regulators in Michigan and Washington. Wow. So he was backpedaling on what he was saying?
Sounds like. This sounds like something to really dig into.
Wow. I'm like, it said Edwards tends to question the motives of anyone who disagrees with him and uses the negative perception to justify attacking the person, said Ben Paul. Ben Paul. Man, are you serious? Like, he was doing damage control? Wow. Well, thanks for who sent me that article. Wow. Cicero, what it do? Said, did Jordan Sheraton overlook Mark Edwards' piece? I don't know. I'm going to have to go back. But wow, I said, this is just my opinion. If I'm paying for a brand new car, I'm paying for quality. There's no way Flint should have the highest rates and lowest quality map. Ain't diabolical.
I mean, considering federal dollars went in for the wind funds, as well as state and lawsuit dollars, I'm pretty sure the entire country should be sitting there going, wait, we paid for new pipes. Why are the new pipes and why aren't they perfect? Why are they busting every day?
I'm looking at it. He said he was for the science in the beginning. Wow. Mick, you have to post that article. I will. You know what? I'm going to try to get it posted today in the group. That's rough right there. I didn't know that. So, like, because I'm saying, so they was against him? Like I said, I know more about I experienced it, but I didn't know because, like I said, I was just watching from afar. But I was seeing when they were saying the activists was all beefing with each other. Now I understand it now. But it's like, wow, this is what y'all did. And it went to Quincy to open it up when he let everybody know they got that $95 million. I ain't seen Melissa Mays ever again downtown.
I mean, it makes sense that the activists are all beefing with each other, right? Like, assume for a second they aren't activists, that they're salespeople. And they're selling themselves, right? whoever is the face of whatever problem it is and trying to get it fixed is going to be the one that collects the bigger paycheck. So of course they're going to try to tear each other down.
Man,
Of course.
I mean, when you
And the
go
people
back
already
through it,
know that, like, hey, I'll give you this much money in grants for your little pet project here, but this guy is ruining it for everyone else. You need to take care of him, and you'll see them rip each other down. Hell, it's almost a weekly fucking basis in Flint, dude.
man, they was catching hell. Maybe they got tired. Maybe they
Election
got
season's
tired.
coming up. All these so-called activists are going to be trying to call in favors or do favors just to catch a little bit of campaign money. Watch them start going at each other. God, it's going to be a fun time to be sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah,
Because I ain't
facts.
getting in them churches. Fuck that.
Yeah, they old spatially done.
Now, I'm going to be calling it, play by play. Fuck it. It's going to be absolutely hilarious and fun to watch and to call. But in them trenches, no more.
Woo.
Now, my back still hurts from last time I got stabbed. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I just got another Flint water leaders, Mark Edwards and Mona Hanna-Teese named Time Magazine's 100 most influential people of 2016. Let me see, not actors, but salespeople. You hit the nail on the head. Flint activists is a bad look. Shit.
Right.
I see it now. I'm like, man, like Flint been played. Flint been played.
It's been played. And then after a while, Flint wanted to get in on the game, so they started playing themselves. Like, it's like watching a football game, except the ball is trying to play itself too.
Like, I mean, all these articles, I'm just tripping. This was it right here. This, I'm gonna put it up though. I'm gonna put it up. Hopefully, I don't expose the person who sent it to me. Shit, you might be hit. That's what you get for sending me stuff. Nah, I'm just playing. It said this right here, Mona Atisha, named to Time Mark Edwards and Mona Hanna-Teese, named to Time Magazine's 100 most influential people of 2016. Are you serious? It says Virginia Tech Mark Edwards, who led a team of university students and research that helped bring international attention to the lead in water and Legionella contamination in Flint, Michigan, has been selected. Are you serious? Edwards and Flint pediatrician Dr. Mona Hanna. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, ain't nothing fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's who Melissa Mays done was beefing with. Yeah. When people got money, they will sue you. Yeah, oh, okay, I got it. Okay, let me see. This is it right here. Got you. I got you. Let me see. I don't want to this the last one, then we're going to be up out of here. Let me see this right here. It says, what's going on? Let's see what it says. A scientist is suing Flint activists for defamation. They say his ego is out of control. In a $3 million lawsuit, scientist Mark Edwards claimed that activists are defaming him. Critics says he's no longer representing Flint's best interest. Okay, that's him right there. Who is suing him? Oh, hot damn.
Oh.
Melissa Mays.
Weird. Almost like he was playing with her money, so she decided to strike out at him.
Yeah, wow. Oh, well, there go Melissa Mays right there. Okay. We have a sighting of Melissa Mays, family. We ain't seen her in a while.
Wait, when was that? When was this article posted?
I gotta go back. Hold on, let me find it. I keep getting all this stuff sent to me. I'm trying to work it all out right now.
All about that money.
Yeah, he was getting, I mean, it seemed like he was getting too much attention. Oh, that's the one right there. That's the one right there. But boy. I mean, here he is. That's the one. He could not prove she purposefully ruined his reputation. Wow. He sued her and he lost. Wow.
Yeah, no, I decided to do a quick side search before we roll out how Aaron Brockovich got a negative perception. One of the things here is lawsuit finances. Ethical questions arose regarding the Hinckley case settlement. For example, the law firm she worked for, Marsley and Vitito, billed an extra $10 million for undetailed expenses and reportedly took a third of cancer patient settlements. How much did they take from the Flint water crisis?
A third, wasn't it?
More than a third, buddy.
More
I
than a
think
third.
last I saw it was about like 50%, 50, 55.
Wow.
It was very much up there. And then on top of that, each settlement check comes out, they also collect 2% of. So, yeah. I wonder if, since Melissa Mays is such good friends with Aaron and she's hyped her up, if she's catching anything on the back end of that.
That's cold blooded right there. I mean, what she got, they got paid. They got paid. Baby, they just showed the money game. That's what I call it. It's called the money game.
Never let a good crisis go to waste.
Yeah, follow the grants. I know that was 9 years ago, but the playbook remained the same. You don't know what to believe. There's chaos at every turn. Where are your instructions? They aren't supposed to cut through the chaos. You know what, Mark Hutchinson, you got a point there. It's like I say, family. You got to follow the money, and that's what it's always been called, follow the money. Like I said, this whole thing debacle been about Flint. Everybody wanted their hand in on it. Yeah, I understand it. So he had to say, listen, it is what it institutions, not instructions. Grants come with specific design, no money if you research outside that design. Oh, so it's messed up. Listen, they got what they want. Everybody done moved on, but Flint still ain't whole. You know what I'm saying? The unconcerned pastors got their money. Melissa Mays, maybe she'd come out with something. Who knows? But that whole little debacle.
Before we have lawyers knocking on the door, let me set myself straight. Lawyers have taken approximately $47 million to $180 million, pretty big leeway there, from various Flint water crisis settlements, with the final amount determined by the specific settlement and court approval. For instance, one court approved about $47 million in attorney fees and expenses for the main class action settlement, which is separate from what may be earned in other settlements. Another report stated that lawyers have already taken $180 million from the $626 million, though this is based on previous estimates and could be different now. And don't forget, they also sued to try to get the interest.
Well, that's where we at, family.
A lot of money.
I'll see y'all back probably about 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to be on about 7:30. I'm going to do a little night nip. If Winters come on or not, I'm going to give y'all something. I don't know. If she come on, she should be on. But I'm going to give y'all something for Wednesday night. And then me and Trevor, most likely. Is you going to be up? I know you up early. I'm talking about Thursday morning. I might do I might do the recall at 8 o'clock in the morning, family, just to get it out the way. And I'm not trying like I'm rushing y'all. I just want to do it for we can get back because I got to do some cooking and stuff tomorrow. So I'll be on at 8 o'clock as I'm preparing dinner for me and the boys. Because me and the boys gonna be at the crib. So I'm gonna get me and the boys together. So I just gotta throw the dressing in the oven, the mac and cheese in the oven. Gotta throw the lamb in the oven. And I gotta fry some turkey chops.
You got rosemary for that lamb, right?
You know it already been seasoned. I just gotta throw it in the oven. Yeah, it's already, like I said, the turkey chops already seasoned. They in the bag. Everything is prepared. It's just when I gotta get up tomorrow. So when I get up, I'm gonna, get everything. I'm gonna probably start putting everything in the oven around about 10 after I get done. That's why I want to come on at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I'm done. Put the stuff in the oven. Let it start heating up. By the time my boys wake up, get up, food to be done. I'm gonna start frying at probably about 1 o'clock. fry the turkey chops and go get the greens from my auntie crib, and I go over there. The stuff I couldn't cook, I'm gonna go get that, and we good to go. That's how the
There you
boys
go.
gonna be. They're gonna see their old man not to throw down.
I
Hey,
might
they
be-
good.
I might be sitting here because I always snack while I cook Thanksgiving, so I might be sitting here tomorrow just popping in bits of ham or bits of turkey.
I gotta cook for my boys winters. I gotta cook for them. Their mom and them, everybody out of town. I gotta cook. They'll be looking at me like I'm crazy. And so what we gonna eat, Dad? And that's the worst thing you can do is say, I got us. But peace, family.
Later, folks.
Thank y'all for tapping in.